Good morning, this is Metloop meteorologist Dave Elliott with your weather outlook for Tuesday, March the 14th, 2017. And starting out with a nationwide radar loop for about the last 90 minutes or so, you can see that the big story right now is the low pressure sitting off the coast of Delaware right now, tracking north-northeasterly, and out ahead of that primarily we're seeing a lot of rainfall out over the ocean. With the smaller area, you can see the red echoes here on the radar. That's kind of transition between rain and snow and a little bit of freezing rain and some ice pellets, and then the heavier snow extending all the way from central Maine back down through New York State and into Pennsylvania as this low tracks northeastward. So we are seeing some pretty decent snowfall amounts with that system, particularly in eastern Pennsylvania, where we've seen some areas that have received anywhere from 10 to 12 inches around between Scranton and just west of Harrisburg in those areas. Out in the western portion of the country, we are seeing another system off the coast in the Pacific Northwest, bringing in some moisture in the form of rain showers. And then so a little bit of an upper level disturbance sitting over the central plains is causing some light snow from South Dakota down into Kansas and southwestern Missouri. And switching over to the current temperature map, again, we're looking at some very cold Canadian air that's dipping further southward into the U.S. We're seeing teens and low 20s all the way down into southern Indiana, northern Kentucky, and across Pennsylvania, those areas. And as that low tracks off to the northeast, it's going to pull more of this cold air a little further down south. And most of you in the areas of New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, West Virginia areas have already seen what's going to be your high temperatures for the day today. Temperature's going to stay about the same, and then by tomorrow morning you'll be dipping down into the teens for low temperatures. And there's going to be a little bit of a breeze with that too, so wind chills are going to be a factor if you're in those areas. Stay warm. Now the question for the Northeast for the day is going to be just how much snow are they expecting? Well, if we zoom in, you can see this is the model forecasted snowfall amount, and these purple areas that we're looking at right in here are anywhere from around 20 to 22 inches. So there's going to be some extremely heavy snow coming down at a very high rate. We're looking at areas that are going to be seeing 3 to 4 inches per hour, so it's just going to be piling up. In addition to that, with that low sitting over here, we're going to see a lot of very strong winds out of the east and out of the northeast for your areas. So there's actually some blizzard warnings in effect for portions of New York State and Massachusetts and Connecticut in that area. So again, please be safe in that area today. It's going to be heavy snowfall, strong winds, and some very cold air. It's just best to probably stay inside today. And if we switch back over to our live radar and look at the big picture once again, really, there's just not going to be a whole lot to talk about outside of the Northeast today. So not looking for any organized severe weather anywhere else. A little chance for some snow and a little ice mix, as I mentioned earlier, across the South Dakota and central Nebraska area. But again, nothing too significant. So if you're in the Northeast, stay warm and stay safe. And that's your outlook for the day today. Please be sure to follow Metloop on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest and most accurate weather information.